Welcome to this desk yoga session, especially made for Cardiff Met University students. In this session, we're going to try out different yoga and mindfulness practices that can really help you look after your physical and mental well-being. So being a university student, you probably spend a lot of your time sitting in lectures and hunched over your books and computers. And this can cause a lot of tension and stiffness in the body. So we're going to use some gentle stretches to release some of that tension. You might also be under quite a lot of pressure, and we're going to try out some different breathing and mindfulness techniques that can help reduce stress and increase resilience. Everything that we do in this session is gentle and safe, but just be mindful of how things feel for you, and if something doesn't feel right, feel free to adjust it or simply skip it. So let's get started. So in this session, we're going to work on improving our posture and working on stretching and twisting the whole spine. So start by placing your feet flat on the floor here, and then bring your hands to your hips, and we're going to get a bit of movement into the pelvis. The pelvis can get really tight, especially if you're sitting a lot. So hands onto your hips. Now push your tail under, push the spine back, and then push the tail up, bring the tummy forward. So just rocking here the pelvis back and forth. And then we want to find the center of our sitting bones. So sitting up a little bit taller here and rolling back the shoulders. Lovely. And we're going to close down the eyes here and come into a little bit of stillness before we start moving. So just start relaxing into your whole body here. And let's take an inhale through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Open up the mouth and release. Let's take one more here. Holding on to your exhale, empty out your lungs. And then coming back to natural breaths. We're going to scan slowly from the top of the head all the way down to the feet. And just noticing any sensations. Noticing how you're feeling today. And just a little self-check-in. And then blinking, open the eyes when you're ready. And we're going to reach arms out in front of us and all the way up. And give yourself a good stretcher at the top, maybe reaching up one arm and then reaching up the other. And then we're going to grab a wrist with the opposite hand. We're going to pull the arm up a little bit. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to lean in to a deep side stretch. We can look up to the ceiling just to encourage the chest to stay open here. And then over to the other side, we grab a wrist, pull the arm up, take an inhale here, and exhale as we lean in. Lovely. And then coming back to the center and all the way back down. Nice. We're going to do one more round of this one. So reach the arms all the way up, grab your wrist, pull the arm up, inhaling here, exhale, lean in. And maybe going a bit deeper this time, so holding on to the side of your chair or even the opposite side, and then lean in a little bit deeper. You can come in and out here a few times. And then over to the other side, grabbing a wrist, pull the arm up, take an inhale, and exhaling to lean in. Going a bit deeper if that feels good for you. Nice. And then back to the center. And again, we're going to reach arms out in front of us and all the way up. And this time we're going to take a twist. So bring hand onto the opposite knee and the other arm comes behind you. So twist, one of the best things you can do for your spine health and great to improve your posture. So let's take an inhale here together to lengthen the spine, roll back the shoulders. And then as we exhale, gently guide the upper body into this twist. Holding here for a few breaths. You don't want to force it too much, but you still want a nice active twist. Nice, and then coming back to the center, reach arms out in front of you and all the way up. Good stretch at the top, and then we twist to the other side. So same thing here, set yourself up, lengthen the spine on the inhale, and on the exhale, we guide the body into this twist on the other side. Nice. And then we come back to the center. Lovely. We're going to reach arms out in front of us and up again. And this time we're going to take a little seated forward fold. So reaching through the fingertips, come down with a straight spine and see if you can rest your upper body here over your legs. Let the head hang heavy. This one is really good to stretch out the lumbar spine, the lower back. And then pushing into the feet, we're going to slowly roll up here, stacking the spine one vertebrae at a time, and then rolling back the shoulders at the top. Lovely. We're going to come and sit a little bit further forward onto our chair here and take a few seated cat-cows. So in your traditional yoga class, you probably do this one on all fours, but the chair really works quite well here as well. So you can hold on to the knees and then we tuck the tail under, we push the spine back and drop the head, draw the chin down towards your chest. So we're creating here space in your back body, and we can stretch out one side and we can stretch out the other side. And then from here, from our cat, we come into what we call cow. We push the tail up, tummy comes forward, release the shoulders and look up. So we open up the front body here. Nice. And then again, we tuck the tail under, round the spine, drop the head, push that spine back, and then coming forward, push the tail up, belly forward, roll back the shoulders, and just rocking here, back and forth, between your cat and cow. This one is really great to stretch out the whole spine. And again, if you want, you could be doing the same moves on all fours. Nice, let's do one more here. And rolling back. Lovely. I'm going to take another twist, this time a little bit deeper. So bring the feet together, the heels a little bit closer to you. And then we're going to take the outside of a hand and place it onto the opposite knee. And then the other arm is going to come up. So we're sort of in a seated chair pose here. And we're going to circle, hopefully you've got space for this. We're going to circle the arm behind you and then all the way up. So nice active twist. Arm comes up and then all the way back. Just do one more here. And then hold it. Soften here into your shoulders. Putting a little bit of pressure onto this lower hand to actively twist the body to the side. And then we come over to the other side. So outside of a hand, on the outside of the opposite knee, reaching arm up, twisting nice and active, soften into shoulders, and then we're going to circle the arm. And again, if you don't have enough space, just adjust this and hold it instead of circling. Holding here for a few breaths. And then coming back. Nice. Finding a comfortable seat. We're going to finish this session with a breathing practice where we extend our exhale. It's a really effective practice to relax and calm the whole system. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system or your relaxation response. And I find that even few breaths where you extend the exhale can really make a huge difference. So get yourself comfortable, sitting up tall. Feel free to lean back if you want to, and then closing down the eyes. And start by just noticing your natural inhales and exhales. Notice the breath coming in through the nose and how the body expands. Notice the breath going out, how the whole body softens. And then we're going to even and balance our breaths to begin with. Inhaling to a slow count of 4 and exhaling to a slow count of 4. And then holding on to the exhale a little bit longer. So inhaling to a count of 4 and exhaling to a count of 6. Holding onto your exhale, empty out your lungs completely. Perhaps pausing slightly at the end of the exhale before you gently draw the next breath in. Noticing here how the whole body relaxes, how the whole body softens as you extend the exhale. Just continuing here, a few more breaths, inhaling to 4 and exhaling to 6. And then letting go of counting the breath. Let the breath return back to its natural rhythm. And when you're ready, gently blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found the session useful and that you're feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit less tense, and that I've given you some useful practical skills that you can take with you and integrate into your study day. As a Cardiff Met University student, you're very lucky to have free gym membership. We have some great gyms on both King Coit and Llandaf campus, and there you also have access to fantastic classes, including yoga, Pilates, and cycling. So you can get in touch with the Met Active team and book your class as well via the QR code that will pop up onto the screen in just a moment. But thank you again so much, and take care.